Hi, my name is Paul Martin with Vantage LED, and today we're going to talk with John and Dusty with Silver Lining Advertising. With a partnership with High Impact Signs, we provided them with an LED digital billboard for their team. So let's give them a shout. Hey John.
Hello.
Hey Dusty, how you doing?
Hi, good, how are you?
Great.
Good.
So tell me about Silver Lining Advertising and a little bit about how you got started.
Well, I've actually been in the advertising industry for about nearly 10 years, and I've worked with one of the largest media companies in Vegas, and in 2013 I decided to just launch my own company. And so that was July of 2013, and actually started with the street teams, and then also I helped with digitals in the airport. So that is the platforms I had to actually launch the business. And then in January of 2015, John and we launched a map product. So it's a Vegas Strip and downtown map. It's the only one of its kind, detailed on both with the Strip and downtown. And it's a quarterly product. That was doing great. And then we still have the street teams going on and very successful. So those are the maps
that people use to find their way around Vegas Strip?
Yeah, so basically the distribution consists of, with our street team, with our walking billboards, and all of the properties on the Strip and downtown, like in the VIP, concierge, bell desk, and ballet. And then we also have transportation distribution with Gray Line, Super Shuttle, and Big Bus.
Great.
And so that's been really successful. And then just knowing, the market and what's out there. And I want to, provide advertising platforms that are just the best for my clients. And it's all about relationships and just, the tourists need to see what's going on out there. And with the current mobile digitals that are out there, we just thought there was an opportunity that for us to get into this market, and it worked out really good because the ISA show was in town during this perfect time to meet everybody, and then we learned everything about it and just took the steps, and this is where we're at now.
Great. So to really ramp up your business, you thought a mobile digital billboard would be the way to go, and then you met with Vantage LED at ISA show here in Vegas.
We met with
about 10 to 15 different companies when we were at that show, and I kept on going back to Vantage. I'm like, John, this product is great. And then we met Brian for the first time, and just loved it. And then we just kept on going back, and we still learned research and got proposals and everything, and
we still get all their emails that way. But Vantage definitely provided, I think, the boards that we really wanted the product to stand out in the industry, so that's why we chose Vantage. Our salesperson, Brian, was amazing. He educated us really over everybody else. That really made a difference. And then we met the team, and then the owner, Chris Ma, which I think the synergy we picked up from the team and provided us with an amazing product. Our competition out there, they're very noticing what we did. So our goal was to actually provide a digital truck that you could see during the day and at night, and we were able to do that. So
you've got some competitors out there.
There's one. I mean, so there's one out there that has 3 out there now, but it's the same pretty much product where you can't really see it during the day. It looks great at night, but what digital really doesn't look good at night.
Right, exactly.
And then there's a whole bunch of static mobiles. But digital is just the way it's going. You can change up the content without any additional costs, and it's more budget friendly. It's shared space, but it's more budget friendly, to the advertisers out there.
Well, let's take a quick look at the product.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be great.
So John and Dusty, here's the product. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I know that we recommended a virtual 6 for you guys. How do you like the product?
It's exactly what we needed. We needed something to be very bright in the Las Vegas sun. So we're looking for a brightness of 10,000 nits, which they were able to deliver, but also we needed the resolution, which has always been a balance, and Vantage is very good at educating me and my partner Dusty on that.
When we knew nothing about it, getting into it.
So SMD, surface mount, is basically what our competition is out there. So when the sun hits it, it reflects and it's washed. Our plan was to provide an advertising platform that looks as good as a static billboard during the day, and we were able to accomplish that with the virtual 6. As you can see, in the bright sun, you can see it. Our advertisers are loving that. Dusty's done an amazing job with the sales so far, so we're very happy.
I imagine the team at High Impact gave you a good direction to follow.
Yeah, we had a vision. John, we both had a vision, and we've never built one of these. they never actually built one of these, and Vantage neither.
Yeah.
So we had this vision, and we all worked together, and High Impact, what Todd and his team does, I mean, it was amazing. So we barely had any hiccups, which we actually thought we probably would, just building this beast is what we call it.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. So we're looking forward to doing the second one, because it'll be a snap.
Right.
Now our new Flex product is really ultra low in power. Is that helping out?
Very much so. There's always been a concern of mine for the power needs. We are able to find a generator that is working very well, very efficiently, and the low power draw that the Vantage boards are needing is really helping. So that's complementing each other. Now, when you talk about the Flex board, which is important to us, I don't think we're ever going to change from the Virtual 6 as a brightness unless the technology changes a little bit, because we need the brightness.
Right.
So the Virtual 6, Chris Ma and his team actually recommended, originally we were talking about wanting a 10 millimeter, and the resolution his team is saying is not going to be as good as a Virtual 6, which we're so glad that we did go that way, because you do get the resolution and you do get the brightness. Thank you, Chris Ma and Brian. Amazing job. But in that being said, with building this truck, it was kind of vision that we had together, and it is definitely a lot bigger than anything out there, and it's a lot heavier than anything out there. Just the payload on this truck is about 10,000 pounds. The boards, generator, fully fueled up. So,
and then when we originally did our business plan, what we were going to put in for fuel monthly, and that's one big cost. And so we actually, it's a third of the cost that we originally had put in the business plan, because of what the boards are doing, and with our generator and everything, it's just like we don't have to put as much gas.
And we're out there 14 hours a day, and it's
so we were amazed with that.
It's amazing. We're like $35 a day, which is unbelievable.
Nice.
So we're having to gas up just once every 3 days. So that's a huge difference. So the power draw did make a big difference.
So how many advertisers do you guys like to have on the board?
We probably want to keep it at 7 to 8. I mean, we originally were going to do 10, because that's really what our competition has, or how they market it. But going out there and meeting with all my clients, and we want to be better, and everything. And that's why we want a second truck. Because right now we're pretty much, I think right now we're at 7, might be 6, 7 right now.
We're pretty much
so we're getting to where we're going to be sold out, to where there is going to be that demand. So that's why we need to push for another one.
But the local ordinance. Now I understand when the truck's moving, it has to be a static image.
That was very important to us, because the last thing we wanted is to have our drivers paying attention to any kind of computer in the cab of the truck. We want them to pay attention to the road and driving, being safe. So in our initial meeting with Chris and Brian, the Vantage team, we told them about this and explained that anytime a vehicle is moving, it has to be static. It's a city ordinance. Actually, it's a nationwide ordinance. Anything when a vehicle is moving, it has to be stopped, because you want to cause an accident. So we told them what we would like to have, and then to our surprise, we have a meeting with Brian and Chris, and he tells us about when our technicians walk around the office for 6 weeks, bumping into chairs and desks, and then everyone's like, wow, what are you doing?
Anyway. I was thoroughly impressed when I found that, because I knew from the get-go when I found that out, that was just like a huge selling point as well, just because you don't manually have to do it, where some of the drivers with their competition, they forget to do it, and it's just not rotating when you're stopped.
So they'll drive down the street and it'll be just on one advertiser.
Or sometimes when you're driving and it's rotating when you're not.
So when your truck stops, it automatically starts flipping
with the
through
rotation.
ads.
The 8-second loops.
The driver doesn't have to do anything.
Nope, doesn't have to do anything.
So
there's a tablet in the cab that does everything for the driver.
So you guys are working from a Samsung Galaxy tablet. Truck.
So
how do the advertisers get? How does everybody get? The same amount of time.
That was a surprise from Chris. I was on the phone with him, and he told me what they had done, and I told Dusty, and it's just like her eyes lit up.
When he told me that, I was like, oh my gosh.
What did we offer? What did we do
what it is, and when I explain that to people, or possible clients, when I explain that it's actually automatically recalibrating during the day to make sure that all the advertisers get the same ad play, their eyes just light up. They're like, wow. Because they never heard something like that before. That is so important.
Content equalizer.
And Chris and his team was able to provide something that nobody else has.
So, and
that's really fair to the advertisers.
It's a huge selling point, because that is actually, that was one kind of, not a barrier, but just kind of like a negative, I guess you could say. It's like, well, how do we know we're getting what we pay for? And this proves it. I mean, we know there's a management content software program that they can actually log into as well, and they can see all of their play times and what how many times that their content has actually ran. So, and everyone gets the equal amount. So
right. When we showcase the truck, and after they see the whole truck and see inside and explain everything that went into it, the last thing I do is I always show them the content management system in the cab of the truck and a tablet, and I show them how it does the loop, and I explain how it's equal share time. They just that's like the
so
cherry on
that
top
does
of the
set
sundae.
us.
Right.
That, it sets us apart for the competition.
Nobody else has that.
Not only do we have just an amazing product, but it also that's where we're different in regards to what's currently out there with our competition.
Right, and then take another step or even farther. The SM Infinity software can make it so the person that is buying the ad play can actually be accountable to their boss to show them actually
the proof of performance.
So you guys are getting reporting.
Well, yeah. You can actually have.
They can log in daily if they want and see, okay, how many plays did I really get today?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no one else can do it. In fact, going back to our competition again, at the end of the month they get a report, but you don't know what it says.
Right.
So
they're seeing real-time stats.
This is something that no one else has been able to provide.
Yep.
Right. Well, right now we're seeing the product a little bit in the shade. Should we walk around and see what it looks like in the full sun?
Yeah.
Why don't you come? Let's go walk around.
We actually like to bring the truck to our advertisers to showcase it.
Come around this way.
We just tell them you got to see it in person.
Right.
See, we got the sun like right here. So we'll have the sun in our eyes, but obviously our truck is performing well, and that's very important here in the Vegas sun.
Right, and what Dusty's just saying, it was so important. A lot of times we'll say we want in a meeting with them, and they've seen digital trucks before, but once they see this, they really thank us, and their eyes and their jaws drop because
it's a wow factor.
No one else has done something like this before. So showcasing it every time has been just amazing.
Awesome.
The experience is unbelievable because their look on their faces, their expression, it's worth all the hard work we put into it.
Because some of the advertisers out there, they have seen, because the other digitals have been out there for about 2 years.
Yeah.
So, and they've been the same. So, when we say, oh, we launched a digital truck, they're just like, and they're like,
oh yeah,
just gotta see it, and then when they see it in person, they're like, because the pictures in the video that we, have like in our media kit and we send emails, it looks great, but this is how the visitors see it when they're walking up and down the strip, and this is driving up and down the strip. This is actually how the tourists see it. So when we bring it to showcase to the clients, they are just like, wow, yep, this is awesome, this is great. So, and it's been like that with all of our meetings. So it's really exciting. No,
we were definitely very happy with Vantage and their team. They've just done an amazing job.
Yep.
So
it sounds like by customizing solutions that work for you and work for your clients.
Yeah.
It really impacts your business to grow, and your guys are growing fast. In fact, you're going to order a couple more trucks.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. We're hoping to have definitely another truck on the road. I'm hoping by February, March, and then another one maybe the middle of next year.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Well, today is the first day I've met you guys.
Yeah, it was really nice to meet you, Paul.
It's really nice to meet you,
Paul. Thank you so much.
And I'm glad that what we provide is growing your business, because that's, I think, in the end, that's the ultimate goal.
Yep.
Right? So I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And we appreciate it as well.
Thank you.